Hello and good day, welcome to our video channel, God's Promises. And today's video will be a fast, concise overview. Book of Jeremiah, chapter 51. Let's get started now. The book of Jeremiah chapter 51 contains a prophetic message about the destruction of Babylon. This chapter provides valuable teachings and lessons about the power of God and the consequences of sin. In this essay, we will explore the meaning and lessons of this chapter and how they apply to our daily lives. The chapter begins with God's message to Jeremiah, telling him to prophesy against Babylon. God tells Jeremiah that Babylon will be destroyed because of its sin and pride. The chapter describes in detail the destruction that will come upon Babylon as a result of its sin. One of the main lessons of this chapter is the power of God. God is all-powerful and nothing is impossible for him. Babylon, one of the most powerful empires in the ancient world, was no match for the power of God. This should serve as a reminder to us that no matter how powerful we may be, we are still subject to the power of God. Another important lesson we can learn from this chapter is the consequences of sin. Babylon had sinned against God, and its judgment was a direct result of its sin. We too must be aware that our actions have consequences, and we must strive to live in a way that honors God. Even the most powerful nations and individuals are subject to God's justice. In addition to these lessons, there are also practical applications that we can take from this chapter. One application is the importance of humility. Babylon had been proud and arrogant, and its pride had led it away from God. We must be willing to humble ourselves before God and acknowledge that we are not self-sufficient, but rather depend on God for everything. Another practical application we can take from this chapter is the importance of obedience to God. God had called Jeremiah to prophesy against Babylon, and Jeremiah obeyed. We too must be willing to obey God's commands, even when they are difficult or unpopular. We must trust in God's plan for our lives and be obedient to His will. Finally, this chapter serves as a reminder that God is a God of both justice and mercy. Even as He brings judgment upon Babylon for its sin, He also offers the possibility of redemption and restoration. We too can find hope and healing in God, even when we have sinned and fallen short of His glory. In conclusion, the book of Jeremiah chapter 51 provides valuable teachings and lessons for us to apply to our daily lives. We can learn from the example of Babylon about the power of God and the consequences of sin. We can also learn about the importance of humility and obedience to God. May we all be inspired by this chapter to live our lives in a way that honors God and brings about good in the world. Thank you for visiting us today. Please share with us your favorite Bible chapter below in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help our channel grow. Looking forward to see you back here for our next video. Always take good care.